Global Beauty was created by Today with our sponsor, Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
She is a YouTube sensation with millions of fans, and she is shaking up the beauty world.
So naturally, our girl Donna could not wait to meet her. Hey, Donna.
Hey, guys. To celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, we wanted to introduce you to Dulce Candy Ruiz, a Mexican immigrant who is truly living the American dream. As a young girl, she struggled with self-esteem, and now she's a hugely successful entrepreneur, inspiring young women to embrace their unique beauty.
Hi guys, welcome to a new video.
She's a YouTube sensation, her lifestyle and beauty videos attracting hundreds of thousands of views.
We're gonna work with a lot of earthy tones.
But the road to 2 million subscribers hasn't been easy for Dulce Candy Ruiz. Born in Mexico, she was just 6 years old when her parents made the difficult decision to bring her family to America in search of a better life.
As a young Mexican girl growing up in America, how was your self-esteem?
I had a lot of insecurities about the way that I looked. I had no sense of identity as a young girl. I was very depressed, suicidal.
And at that age for you, what was the idea of beauty?
Blonde hair, blue eyes, tall. That's all I saw on magazine covers. So it's always been a challenge and a struggle to, push back and fight against that standard of beauty.
Fresh out of high school and fighting depression, Dulce went looking for meaning, joining the army.
I made a drastic decision because I wanted a brand new life. In the army, they strip you away from everything that you identify with. So you're not allowed to wear makeup or wear civilian clothing. That left me to only depend on my character, my personality, and how I treated people.
And then how did that impact you exploring the world of makeup and beauty? Was there a direct correlation?
Yeah, for sure. I think especially during the deployment where you're really absolutely not allowed to express yourself in a creative manner, that left me with a desire inside to express myself.
You embody everything there is to be a modern Latina. You are a mother, a wife, a veteran, an entrepreneur, a Mexican, an American. How important is it to you for all of those things to be known?
I just focus on authentically sharing who I am. I'm not an only case. All of us women, just individuals in general, we have so many facets about us.
Mom Teresa Tejeda is grateful to be able to watch her daughter live out the American dream she fought so hard for her to have.
She has been through a lot of bad things. Now I see her like she's very happy with her life, and that's made me feel so happy.
Today, Dulce takes every opportunity to pay it forward, working with charities like Global Glow to develop leadership in young girls.
They've created programs in high schools for women to get together and young girls to voice their opinions and really make an impact and change in their own communities.
Well, Ulta Beauty knows the importance of owning your power and inspiring others, so they have a surprise for you.
What? I'm gonna cry.
Ulta Beauty is giving $10,000
to Global Glow?
To Global Glow.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be so happy. Thank you, Ulta Beauty.
What would you say to your 14-year-old self who struggled with that depression?
I would tell her to love herself for who she is and embrace it and really learn to discover what makes her her, and to find her own special, unique gift that she has, and just to not forget who she was. Bye!
As you can see, Dulce is truly inspiring, and Global Glow was thrilled with the donation and proud to work with Dulce, who is helping to lift up young girls all over the world, which we should all be doing. Hoda, Willie?
Donna, that was a great interview you did with her. You really brought her out. That was awesome.
Thanks, Donna.
We will be right back.